What's up everybody, my name is Darren and welcome to Inner World Mastery. In this video we're going to explore the relationship between ADHD and tics. ADHD and tics. So what are the similarities and how do they play off each other and how are they connected? Let's dive into this. I used to live with tics myself, and these days I support people with tics and ADHD to find a way to come back into themselves, away from and out of the intensity and onness and constant nature of the chattering, chittering body and mind. So I'm going to speak in a way here which helps you see the relationship between the two, because tics isn't something which is isolated to ADHD. Right? So if the body's moving by itself, right, which is what happens in motor tics, the body's moving by itself, there's these urges to do something or go somewhere, or to connect with something, or to be somewhere, or to divert our attention from something else. Right? Tics are this compulsive, obsessive order. I don't like to say disorder. It's just what is order anyway? Well, what is such thing as order? We are natural human beings. There is no such thing as order unless we're controlling things. So you could say that actually the more ticking we are, the more order there is, because we are controlling. Well, there's order, but actually we're told it's a disorder. Anyway, these words are just silly, so we just get rid of the idea of disorders. Anyway, so point being is that if we are living with tics, we are also living with ADHD. I haven't met anybody who's living with tics who is also living with ADHD, because they operate the same. Instead of the mind constantly being all over the place, oh, I can't go here, oh, can't stay focused and thinking about this and over here and having multiple tabs open, like lots of stuff is going on. It's the same thing with tics, with motor tics and vocal tics. It's just expressed through the body. There's this constant obsessive nature to keep going to different places and moving to distract ourselves from what's really there. Same thing happens in ADHD. We are hyperly moving our attention around to different places because we haven't found rest. We haven't found peace, we haven't found safety or gentleness or presence with our own body, with our own being. In amongst all of the fancy medicine you can take and all the different tools and techniques that exist out there, underneath all of that is just a brain that was developed when we were younger because we weren't very safe. It's literally it. And when we learn to feel safe in ourselves, in our feelings, in our sensations, in our body again, what happens is that the need to be constantly moving the body or constantly jittering our attention all over the place stops. It melts away because there's no need to be so frantically all over the place anymore. Because we can be here and now. We can exist here. And when we exist here, there's nowhere else that our mind needs to go, our energy needs to go. Our body doesn't have to get out of the uncomfortableness it's in because we are present being here in it, with it, as us. So this language I'm using might be unfamiliar to many of you watching the video. For those of you who are familiar to the channel and been here before, you might have heard me talk about this story before, but maybe not in the context of ADHD, but more tics. To me, there just hasn't been anybody that I've worked with tics, chronic tics, motor tics, vocal tics, Tourette's, who isn't already living with ADHD too. They overlap. There's an overlapping. It's just one's affecting more physicality, the sensations. I'm going to speak a little bit more about addiction here as well. For me, ADHD and tics, the similarity here is that there's an addiction to go somewhere else We're addicted to this other thought, this other place, this movement, this sense, right? There's an addiction to it. We create an habitual habit, an addiction to this other thing. Because again, if we don't have the addiction, what do we really have to feel? We really have to feel what's here. We have to be with what's here. It's the same thing in addiction programs like Alcohol Anonymous. Yeah. It's the same stuff. Like, really, connection is what it's all about. The best way to move beyond addiction is connection. It's love. It's connection. Connection, love, same thing. I mean, we're really connected to ourselves and the world around us. We are in love. We are connected. We are in union. We are with life. We are in love. Right? It's the same thing. So the big part of the work I do is helping to shine love, and not to sound too hippie, but love and light, literal light, protons, right? Presence, love, into the parts of my clients where they haven't been able to do that themselves or haven't had the support around them to do that themselves. And when we start to shine love, light, attention, being present to parts of us that are in pain or are suffering or are running away or addicted to other stuff, but there's a small voice underneath. When we start loving that part of us, for some reason I'm feeling really touched right now. When we start loving that part of us, the addictive behaviors, the obsessive natures of the mind and the body start to melt away. We live in a world which is so constantly on. It's always on, right? Whether we're watching Netflix, playing games on our phone, chatting to our friends on WhatsApp, right? Watching television. Do people even use that word these days? Catching up with the news to stay up to date with the atrocities that are happening across this planet. Like, the list can go on of the absurdities of where we choose to put our attention. And if we were to just stop occasionally, regularly in our daily life to shine that love, our attention on ourselves, and the parts of ourselves that are needing that attention, you would change fast. You will change fast. I change fast. We all change fast. And yeah, sometimes we need a little bit of a helping hand along the way. That's why we might watch YouTube, right? To find some different insights and perspectives on life and how to grow and heal and discover who we are. Or it might be why we work with therapists or coaches or other expertise that might support us on our journey. But you get to choose where you put your value, right? That's really important to remember. Nobody else gets to choose where to put your value. You choose where to put your value. And your value can be summed up in different ways. Your presence, right? The greatest value you have is the presence of that which you are. And here I am being grateful that you are witnessing me right now. And at the same time, money. Money is one way that we choose to share value. Where we put our money indicates to us where we put our value. And so it's always nice to do a check-in to explore, well, where am I putting my value this month? Where am I choosing to put value over other things that might be more important or less important? Because we also get in these habits, don't we, of life, these habitual rituals of life. And then we kind of forget that, oh, actually, maybe I do want to do that thing over there. Actually, that thing's a little bit better. This time, this week, this month, I'm going to do this instead. And this is nudging us, right? We find our nudges in life to change our behavior slightly so that we can achieve our goals and go where we want to go to, get where we want to get to. Make our dreams come true. Move beyond the suffering we're living in. Whatever is your drive at the moment, everybody has different drives. Some people are driven to expansion through so much suffering they can't handle it anymore. They just have to change. Some people have dreams they're holding on to and they're seeing them. They just know it's going to come to fruition and they're going to do anything they can to achieve it. Right? A lot of people just allow life to hit them like the waves on rocks on a beach shore, on a rocky cliff, and gradually they're just grinded away, battered away, as the water, the power of the force of Shakti, gradually just corrodes and caresses our being until we're shaped into what the sea wants, not necessarily what we want. So may this message to you today be that of inspiration. And if you are living with tics or ADHD, or either or both, then may you explore what it is that you want to change next, what you want to discover next, what you want to try next on your path, on your journey of life, of discovery, of awakening or healing, whatever word you want to put on it. But we really are on some sort of journey where we're all on a trajectory of some sort, right? And whether we see that we're on a life path or not, or whether we put much precedence or focus on it or not, is up to you. What I've found is that when I look back at where I've been, I'm like, wow, what a trip. What a trip it's been. And from that trip and the absurdities and the ups and downs and the ins and outs, the wisdom that comes from experiencing life is quite profound. The depth that comes from experiencing life, the love that comes from experiencing life. For me, I left London over 9.5 years ago now. I left London and I've been traveling ever since. Different jobs, different work, different experiences, different spiritual tools, different healing methods and modalities, different ways of discovering myself, different states of consciousness, awareness, psychedelics, plant medicine, so many different teachers on my path. Like, my list goes on. My list goes on, and I've got the second half of my lifetime to basically go about breaking apart what's just happened and finding a way to talk about it which is of value to my community and the people around me. That's my path. My question is, what's yours? Where are you on yours right now? And may you use the current condition that you are seeing yourself in, ADHD or tics, for example, if you're a parent of a child with these conditions or one of these conditions, then may you, or both these conditions because they're so intertwined, then may you use this seeing, this place where you are suffering a little bit or a lot, as your catalyst. May you use this as your catalyst. We all need a catalyst. We need the fire. We need the burn. Right? We need the pressure cooker to change. Literally, matter changes state with fire. That's what happens in cookers. That's what happens with a bonfire. Like, states change. So we need that fire, that drive, that pain sometimes to change us. So my message here is to listen to that. Listen to that. Listen to that. Okay, so I started talking about tics and ADHD, went on a bit of a tangent, but also I just like to trust where my words go, and that's a beautiful thing too. So sending my love to you from Bali, wherever you are in the world. Peace out for now. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please hit follow or subscribe. It helps my channel grow and it helps my expression get more into the world. And if you are enjoying it, may you support me to do that too. Much love. Peace out.